left the sunshine behind. Now Arkansas calls, where the land's untamed and wild. Gary, Mary, Miller, we're carving out of space, building a homestead.
Alright, y'all, well, Sean just hollered at me and said, you know, they've been down there working on their property all day, and just asked me if I'd come down and move a few trees out of the way for them so that they could get some more stuff done. I said, well, you know what, just so happens I'm taking a break right now, so let's do that. So we're gonna head down there and we'll show you what's going on here in a few minutes. All right, so I'll be back. All right, well, y'all, we got her done. Look at all this. We took them down, we drug them out, and no, I didn't get it on video because, you know what, this ain't my property. So this is Sean and Rachel's spot, so I drug the stumps out for them, the trees out anyway, so they can cut them up easier so they're not fighting in the woods. And we only got to go back to that one that's got the big scar on it right there. We got to clear the rest of that out of there and clear a little bit more over here. But yeah, they got this going on now. So that's what we got done. Go over there to Back to Good and Sean at Back to Good and check out their channels, y'all, and you'll get to see all the details, because that's, you know, that's the juicy details, y'all. So like I said, that's their property. That's what you're supposed to do, right? The right thing to do. Let them do that part. I come over here, did it, we got her done. Bertha and I got her done, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. So anybody?
Hi everyone, thanks Gary.
Howdy everybody. Big shout out to Gary and Big Bertha for coming down and helping us out. They just saved us probably, I don't know, hours upon hours of labor. So
Yeah, like a week's worth of.
yeah, very thankful. Thank you, Gary, for coming down and helping us out.
You're very welcome. So just so y'all know, Sean at Back to Good is now officially monetized. So go over there and check his channel out. All right, don't forget, like, subscribe, put the playlist on there, put it on play for him, get him some cash. All right, let's get him out of the Harbor Freight. All right, so he ain't got a job.
Yeehaw!
We're trying to get him out of a job,
I second that.
because you know what job stands for? Job stands for just over broke.
That's
Yeah.
right.
All right, we love y'all. Don't forget to come see us. All right, we'll see you soon. All right, good morning, y'all. Well, welcome back to Junktojems. Today, as you seen the other day, I had to go get fittings for Bertha, right, for the thumb. Well, let me show you what happened. So, they gave me these two fittings. So, this is the fitting that's supposed to go to Bertha, all right? And this, where did this go? This is the fitting that's goes to Bertha, the size that I need for that. So you can see the difference here, okay? And this is what we've got to get today. So this is what I'm headed over to, is to get the adapter. Over there at the hydraulics place that you seen earlier. He did give me fair warning that it may not be the right one, and I was like, well, it looks pretty close, and it is fairly close. It's still just the next size up. So we've got to run over here and pick it up real quick. I was supposed to meet up with Joe this morning, but I can't seem to get the phone to go through this morning, so I don't know what's going on with that. So, but that's just nature of being up here in the woods, y'all. So I guess when I get closer, I'm gonna try and call him again, and I'm gonna fly over there real quick today and get this done, so I can get back and see about getting this, start working on this thumb and getting it started. We do have some rain coming in, you know, over the next few days. Again, yeah, even the weatherman's like, I don't get it. You know, this just is not normal for here. So, you know, at least I got the ditch cut. You know, my little relief ditch from the big pond out to the ditch that's supposed to drain to the back 40 there. But it's doing its job as long as I can keep pumping the ditch out. So who knows? I may end up just putting building a little pump house right there and setting that pump right there and just digging me a nice big hole right there. And this way, if it gets too bad, it'll try to work its way down. But if not, I can go out there and just start the pump real quick and pump it out, you know. But eventually I will be getting that that ditch all cleaned out, all down to the bottom, y'all. So, you know, that's you know, all the way down to the end of that road there, so it all goes down that way eventually. But in the meantime, you know, we just got to keep battling what we battle, and that's all good. But like I said, at some point, you know, we're going to transom out, and we'll start shooting that grade down through there so we can get it right down through there and open that thing up a little bit so that water will flow the right way. And eventually also we'll have the big pond back there behind Rachel and Sean. So, you know, all that water we don't have to really get it all the way down to the end of the road. We just have to get it to go into the big pond. And then eventually it'll work its way out the relief, out the back of the big pond, which is right down there towards the end of that. So, you know, we'll just keep tinkering away with it. We'll get there. And eventually I'll have that property draining like it's supposed to, and everything will be sweet. So, again, let me get over here to Fort Smith. It's about an hour, a little over an hour drive over here. So let me get over here and get this done, and we'll see what we can do. All right, see you in short. All right, well, we made it over here to Ace, and as you can see, we got with James again. He got us the matching part this time, so now we're hooked up, and it's time to go back and put these on there and see if we can't get Bertha to have a thumb on her, which would be very cool. I can't wait to do that. So I ended up getting a hold of Joe, and Joe broke his coffee pot this morning, so he didn't seem like he was in the greatest of moods, not having coffee right off the bat, and I don't blame him. So we're gonna get back over here to the house and see if I can't get this put together today. I'm gonna try my best to get this ready for welding this morning, and make this all happen. So even if I've just gotta put the first bead on it myself, but I think I can handle it. I got a stick welder and I got a MIG welder, so I think I can make this happen. I'll just double up my welds and make it go of it, right? So anyway, I'll be back in just a short. I'm gonna hurry up and get back to the house so I can see if I can't get this done today. I'd really like to have the thumb on there today if possible and have it working now that we've got all the fittings right. And I'll be back, so we'll see you in a short. All right, so we're back over here at Bertha. So you see the fittings we got here, right? So this is what we had to do, is we had to get these to fit that right there, and look at that, beautiful fit. So we'll be able to put all that together here soon. So I'm gonna see about getting over here and getting it prepped to put the thumb on. So we'll see you in a short. All right, look at here. We managed to get her inside the carport. So it's gonna be a lot cooler instead of sitting in that dead sun. And carport's working out pretty good. So at least I can do stuff like this now without the, you know, the heat of the sun. And by looking at things, there's a very good possibility that it might actually come in here far enough at some point to be able to work on other things underneath here, because it looks like that just might clear the cab right up there. So that'll work out pretty good. So anyway, Big Joe's gonna come over here, and he's gonna help me hold the base plate up here for the thumb while I put the weld on it. So right now I'm just gonna clean it all up so I can get ready to weld it. So I'll bring you back for that, all right?
Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got housefuls to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. tiny house dreams. Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems. Downsizing our life, but living more free. Come along, share this life with me. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. From the live chats, we'll tell you what's new. Share our progress and projects with you. From Florida's coast to Arkansas hills, we're chasing freedom and chasing thrills. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. Like, subscribe, and share. It's all for free. Together we'll build this homestead dream. Junktojems Homestead, where we live off the land. With hard work and heart, we'll make our stand. From four-wheelers we're fixing to time.
All right, so we got it tacked on there. Got Big Joe over here helping me today, and we got it tacked on, and this looks like it's gonna work. So you see how the bucket's out pretty much most of the way up. So if I need to grab something big, which is usually what I'm trying to grab, or just brush, but with just brush, at least I'll be able to scrunch it up and be able to grab it and hold on to it. And it rolls the bucket up and it doesn't hit the bucket. So it's pretty much where we want to be. So y'all don't criticize my welding, because I'm no professional by no means. That's why I was going to have David do this, but I have built many trailers, so I can make it work. All right, and I will make this work. So I'm going to start welding on it, and we're gonna hook it all up and see if we can get it to work. All right, so let's get done.
Journey, let the adventure begin. From the four-wheelers we're fixing to tiny house dreams. Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems. Downsizing our life, but living more free. Come along, share this life with me. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. From the live chats, we'll tell you what's new. Share our progress and projects with you. From Florida's coast to Arkansas hills, we're chasing freedom and chasing thrills. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. Like, subscribe, and share. It's all for free. Together we'll build this homestead dream. Junktojems Homestead, where we live off the land. With hard work and heart, we'll make our stand. From four-wheelers we're fixing to tiny house dreams. Every day's a challenge, but it's sweeter than it seems. Downsizing our life, but living more free. Come along, share this life with me. Welcome to Junktojems, where the work never ends. Off-grid living with our family and friends. We got houseboats to build and tractors to mend. Join the journey, let the adventure begin. In life tell you what's new. Sharing our progress and projects with you. From Florida's coast to Arkansas hills, we're chasing freedom and chasing thrills.
so we got her partially welded in, probably solid enough for now. Right now we're trying to reroute these lines, because as you can see, like this side, we've got to figure out this. So we have figured out to take this bracket off here, and we use the nut for that to screw onto here, and reroutes everything to where it's up out of the way, because right now it's just going to get caught on everything. So that's what we're working on at the present moment. Got Joe, the nut professional, over here.
I'm not sure how to take that.
Or a professional nut buster or something, I don't know. I'm not sure how to take that either. I'll be like, what did you say, man?
What'd you call me? My name's Felix.
Need me to hold her up there? Must be smoking. These are the only ones you really got to put on a leash, because it'll take off. Yep. And then they're going to throw a fit now because he's loose and they're not. Alright, spin it around. Hey, quit! Alright, y'all. Well, Joe just left. It's late. So the video is going to be late today, but I'm going to show you what we got. So we got her installed. Alright, and we got our lines rerun. Both sides. But unfortunately, my little pedal switch that controls the thumb doesn't seem to want to work. So I got to tinker with that a little bit. But excuse me, good news is, see what I got going on there? So at least I can grab stuff with it now. And you know, I can always use this bucket to come up here, and it'll hook right there. It'll hook the stuff right here. So I'll be able to get a hold of stuff that way. At least, you know, logs and whatever like that, I'll be able to pick them up and move them. I don't necessarily need this to come down all the time. So at least that part's on there. And I've still got some more welding to do on it, but it is there. So I wanted to show you how that looks, so you can kind of get an idea of what's going on there. So this is the John Deere 310SG. They call it the Extend-A-Hoe. And yes, pun intended. But yeah, she's working. Well, she's on there anyway. Like I said, I still got some more welding to do on it to make sure it's good and solid before I go using it. But at least for now, I can roll the bucket up and it doesn't hit right there, which was kind of what I was hoping for. So that when I do pick something up, I don't have to worry about it falling out. The bucket comes right up and comes right up the outside edge right there, which is beautiful. And we got tape on the leaks. Everything is sweet. So again, John Deere 310SG. This is an 03 model. And I'll figure out why the thumb ain't working, why the switch ain't working. It might be just a, you know, switch is just old or whatever, because we've never had a thumb on this, so we don't know. And but we'll get it working. So anyway, don't forget, like and subscribe. Come check out Junktojems, because you never know what kind of junk we're going to turn into a gem. So until tomorrow, y'all, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.